Hi, shalom, everyone. I'm going to continue the series of the great rabbi of yesteryear. Now, friends, we're on the 18th of Cheshvan, Yudchet Cheshvan, as we say in Hebrew. It marks the Hilula of a really great Moroccan rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. His name was Chacham Raphael Baruch Tolidano. Zecher Tzadik Livracha. He was actually born in English year 1890 and passed away in English year of 1971, to be precise, on the 18th of Cheshvan. He was about 81 years of age. At the time of passing, he came from very great rabbinic heritage in of itself. I think his mother was Chana, from the family of Chana Sudri, really, really great person. And also his father's name was Chacham Yaakov Tolidano, one of the great rabbis of his day, of Morocco. And he actually himself was born in מקנס in Morocco, which had a very flourishing and great Torah Jewish community in of itself. This was all in the year 1890. So we're talking about 134 years ago from time of recording. Now, he would learn a lot of Torah at a very young age. He got married to Rabbanit Rachel. His wife's name was Rachel. She happened to be the daughter of Rabbi Shalom Amar, very great rabbi at the time, happened to be. And they had, I think, two sons, including Rabbi Yosef and also Rabbi Yaakov. I think Rabbi Yaakov Tolidano we've spoken about in this series on various different occasions before, which I recommend everyone to look back on in of itself. I think among his Rabbanim, including Rabbi Chaim Berdugo. Now, the Berdugo family in of itself were really, really great Rabbanim, especially in the Morocco area. There was a dynasty, let's just say, of Rabbanim themselves. And he had the family, I believe, family connection also with the famous Rabbi Berdugo, who happened to be, let's say, as they say, a Rabbo Hamuvhak. And also another great rabbi he had close connection to was Rabbi Chaim Mashash, also, who was a very, very great rabbi in himself. And also Rabbi Yosef Elkabi, who I think it was his Hilula only a couple of weeks ago from the time of recording. And I think he was also a famous Kabbalist, if I'm not mistaken. Then by the time the English year of 1908, he was approximately 18 years of age at that time. He was actually appointed as a judge, a Dayan in the city of Meknes in himself, a very prominent position, which was absolutely astounding. Then come with the English year of 1917, I think after his father had sadly passed away, he was appointed the head of the Jewish court in of itself. And let's just say the head rabbi of Meknes in of itself was a very prominent position at that young age, as we say, because Meknes, as we stated before, had a great Jewish community. And I think he had connections with many people inside the government in of itself, and many connections within regards to various international affairs, within regards to various different happenings that was taking place, especially in Morocco, and connected internationally. He, in Meknes, Rabbi Raphael Baruch Tolidano would set up a mostot, a foundation within regards to charity and chesed, very, very large organization. Also the Bikur Cholim in of itself, helping basically the people in the hospital, the needy, so on and so forth. He would, I think, provide medical care. This was another specific speciality in of itself. There was a printing house, if I'm not mistaken, where various different great rabbis of Morocco would actually print and publish various different books within regards to great teachings of Moroccan Jewry in of itself. I think some of the books include Shuvu Banim, if I'm not mistaken, the Malbisha Rumim, and various other great books. There's also Mohar Habetulot. And this was very great in of itself. Rabbi Raphael Berdugo also set up a yeshiva over there for let's just say, the sons that lived or came from the villages in of itself and the various different cities. And I think this was close to Meknes himself. For those people that are living near Meknes, he really worried about the whole of Klal Yisrael in itself, the whole of Am Yisrael, and really did a huge amount for everybody. I think much more can be said with regards to him. Remember, friends, we covered a video on him last year on his Hilula, albeit it was let's just say, a more brief video in of itself. So that we have to point out. So we said he set up the yeshiva for various different villages and towns near Meknes, and he helped take care of various different students over there. The students were struggling, especially with clothing, with food, and medical care, as we said before. He would give Torah lessons in his seminary in Meknes. Apparently, it was reported over around 100, as many as 150 people come. And especially on Friday, he would distribute money to various different charities and to people in the city residences that really needed the money in of itself. Now, I believe in English year 1963, he finally immigrated to the land of Israel, and he would settle in Bnei Brak, the ultra-Orthodox area in of itself. And let's just say he really shared the plight of the immigrants that came from Morocco, and really had a lot of Moroccan Jewish pride in of itself. He would give sermons encouraging people to keep the Masorah in of itself and to really strengthen themselves in regards to it, to give them maybe a huge boost in of itself. So he was worried about the, let's say, the Sephardi youth in the land of Israel, and he was worried that they might abandon the heritage that they had learned from their ancestors. So he put huge responsibility and tried to, let's say, change how the situation was in of itself. And that's very interesting. Now, he passed away in the month of Cheshvan, I believe on the 18th of Cheshvan, and he passed away in hospital in the English year 1971. He would have been about 81 years of age. He would be buried actually in Bnei Brak at the end, which is interesting enough. Bnei Brak being one of the, let's just say, the main ultra-Orthodox areas in Israel. Various of his descendants founded different Torah institutions in itself in his name, I think, including the Chazon Baruch, which is featured very much largely in France. There was a yeshiva Or Baruch in Jerusalem, and a congregation Etar Baruch in Bnei Brak. So he did make a lot of let's just say, in of itself, remembrances with regards to the great works that he had done. And I think he compiled, if I'm not mistaken, a code of Jewish law, Kitzur Shulchan Aruch book in of itself, according to the Moroccan custom, which is very interesting enough. So he had a huge Moroccan pride. The book of this actually consists of poems that he wrote, and I think the best known of these poems is called the Shira, but for the Torah in of itself. So I would recommend everyone to look more into that, more into the great rabbis of yesteryear. Now, he was buried in Bnei Brak. He was 81 years of age at the time of passing, one of the great rabbis over here from Tunisia. And it's actually not the first Tunisian rabbi we have concentrated on this week. We've actually covered various different other Tunisian rabbi in of itself. Now, friends, we are a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. Please, if you happen to be related to any of these great rabbis, please send me an email, a comment. It will be great to learn more about these great rabbis. Now, friends, we've covered around 500 rabbis since we started 2.5 years ago. So, as I stated before, it's not down to me. I do some of the research to the best of my ability, but it's you listeners out there that is, we are a community together learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear, especially the great Oriental and Spanish rabbanim, very rare here in English. And let's go from strength to strength, learn more, and Be'ez Hashem, just see blessings here from Israel. I would like to dedicate this Refuah Shalema for a woman called Bruria, who is about to take, I think, a medical procedure in several days' time. So please pray for a full Refuah Shalema and successful treatment and quick recovery. Be'ez Hashem. So wishing you all well, take care, and be well, everyone. Wishing you all a great night.